Hi guys, this is Hamilcar bringing you a commentary of a set from the Winners League between STX Seoul and WeMade Fox. And this is coming right on the heels of the last set I did, which was between Samsung Khan and KTF. And that was a great set, culminating in, well, I don't want to spoil it, but culminating in a really good game between two great players from the respective teams that was my submission for the Commentator Idol Week 1. So go back and watch that game if you haven't seen it already. But part of the reason I'm doing this game is that I've heard persistently, and particularly in response to that game and some of the threads on ST2GG, that there are some technical problems with these commentaries that people want to see fixed. The main one that people are complaining about is some sort of buzzing sound or static behind the video, and this is sort of weird to me because I haven't noticed it, and there are other people I've talked to who haven't noticed it, but a number of people have, so I'm not sure what's causing it or why it's only showing up for some people, but I'm trying a couple of things differently this time in an effort to solve that. I'm listening to the audio on headphones so that there's not going to be any sort of feedback from the speakers that might cause buzzing or anything like that, and I'm doing the commentary on a different surface that's a little bit more stable, and I've closed down all my other programs, and so we'll see if that helps. Do post and let me know if you're noticing anything like that, annoying sort of background noise, or if you're not, particularly post if you did notice it before, and let me know if it's still there or if it's gone away. The other thing I'm doing is using slightly higher quality video for this set than I've used in the past. These are the sort of VODs directly off Team Liquid rather than the uploads to the Nevake, or however it's pronounced, account on YouTube. So you should notice improved video quality too. In any event, this first match is going to be between Mind and Calm. Obviously Mind being sent out by WeMade Fox and Calm being sent out by STX. And especially given the map, this is Mind is definitely the favorite to take this game in my opinion. Mind, a very experienced player, has more than 100, well, about 145 pro games on record. In TVZ, he's about 59% overall. It's actually his best matchup statistically. Calm, on the other hand, has some experience. He has close to 100 games on record, but the Terran record is not outstanding. It's his worst matchup at 42%. So Mind is definitely the favorite, and the map is going to do Calm no favors. I talked about this in the game I cast in the last set that was played on Andromeda as well, but Andromeda is certainly a Terran favored map in TVZ to the tune of about 65%. And that's probably true for a number of reasons, but partly it's because it's very easy for the Terran player to claim their first 3 bases. Relatively good architecture at the natural choke for Terrans to put down bunker defenses and hole up and get that mineral only on top of their ramp going. So Zergs have to play a little bit differently here. And we see that Calm is playing a little bit differently. It looks like he's going for a 9-pool gas. So that might mean quick speedlings, or it might mean quick lair. We'll see. If he does go quick speedlings, he's going to be foiled because Mind has gone for an early wall in, perhaps anticipating that there might be some sort of attempt at a rush build. And that wall in, combined with the fact that the players are at cross positions, and it'll take Zerglings a long time to get across the map, and it'll probably even take a long time for Calm to scout Mind's position, means that these early wings are not going to be very effective. So Calm, well, Calm a little bit behind going into the game, even more behind now. But we'll see, maybe he can pull something off with this small group of Zerglings that are coming in. We'll see whether Mind produces a Marine. If he doesn't, then he could be in a little bit of trouble. He'll probably still be able to pull SCVs. We do see a fast layer though, and I think that probably went down before Zergling speed, if Zergling speed has gone down at all. Calm is going to be able to deny the scout, it looks like, so clever. Oh no, the SCV of Mind is sneaking past, so Mind is going to get in there and see the fast layer, and that's going to be really important because there is some sort of tech rush, whether it's 2-hatch mutas or 2-hatch lurkers, the infamous cholera build, coming from Calm here, and now that it's been scouted, Mind is probably going to get an early academy up, get scan, and keep tabs on it so he'll know what tech route Calm goes, and be able to anticipate and prepare a counter. I'm not sure. Excuse me, I'm not sure what direction Calm's going to be leaning in. Factory going down already for Mind, so he might be anticipating lurkers and trying to get early tanks out. I'm not sure about that though. Given the cross positions probably make mutas a slightly better option, but if Calm already planned his build before he knew the positions, he may not take that into account. He is going mutas, so Spire going down right now. At least I assume he's going mutas. He doesn't have enough macro up to, I think, put down a... there'd be no point in just going for Scourge. I've been watching too many PVCs, so that's my instinctual response whenever I see a Spire go down. But in PvT, you would only get a Spire for Scourge if you know that the Terran player is going raids or later in the game when they've already gone for Science Vessels. So we are going to see a quick Muta rush. Armory going down already, so good anticipation here by Mind. He's guessed correctly, I guess, which direction this tech road is going to go, and he's putting down another factory, so he's actually got those factories to pump out Goliaths. And I assume, given that there's two factories this early in the game, we are going to see an all-in mech build from Mind. And mech builds, of course, have been becoming more and more common in TVZ. Mind has pretty good standard M&M play, and he's known... well, I'm not sure. I have an impression of him as a relatively sort of standard stock kind of player, but he is going to change it up here and go with the trend towards mech. Already put down a machine shop, so he may go for early tanks, but he may just try to get that Terran booster upgrade quickly. He's also gone for an engineering base, so definitely anticipating mutas. He's going to put down some turrets as well for base defense, and the first wave of mutas are coming out now. And Calm is going to have to do a lot of damage with these, I think, if he's going to stay in this game, given how much economy he sacrificed early on, and the fact that he only, I think, still has 2 hatcheries on the ground. Turret's already up though, and I'm not sure that this is going to be terribly effective. The cross positions do sort of make air units the preferable option, but it makes any rush build harder to pull off, even an air rush, because it does still take the mutas longer to get over there. Now the mutas flying in, picking off a single SCV, 2 SCV, no, yeah, 2 SCVs now, but they are taking some damage from those turrets. And they're almost they're pinned a little bit there. They can't get out without running across that turret line. Now Goliath's coming out. The mutas are just going to run back into the main though. So decent muta harass by Calm. I don't think he's come close to evening things up yet, but he has succeeded in catching Mind while his Goliath count is still low. A couple Lings pressing in, that bunker is going to deal with him, I think, and now we see a bigger force of Goliaths out. So I don't think this Muta harass is going to go anywhere. Calm, I think, needs to make some sort of tech switch. He does have map control at the moment, because I don't think Mind has enough Goliath. Oh wow, going in and picking off 2 turrets, but those Goliaths are right there. They take down a Mutalist, and the mutas are not... Mutas very aggressive harassment here from Calm. I think he realizes that he has to do damage, and he's willing to take hits on his mutas in order to get in there and try to get some SCVs, but those Goliaths just all over the place. Still picking off, looks like 4 SCVs going down there. So not a bad job at all by Calm. Calm's statistics aren't great in this particular matchup, but he is a sort of an up-and-coming player and someone to keep an eye on for STX. Obviously, he's working under the tutelage of the great July Zerg, so I'm sure any Zerg player can only get better in that sort of environment. So, showing off some of his skills here in this game, and I think doing a lot with a little here, and making these mutas go a long way. But importantly, he's only picked off turrets, and he's gonna need... I mean, he's picked off a few SCVs at the natural, but he hasn't touched the main at all, and he hasn't picked off SCVs any faster than Mind can replace them. So even if he's keeping Mind from too far ahead. Whoa, more Mutas coming in now. A big force, more than a full control group, and they're going to pick off all these Goliaths. Wow, so absolutely fantastic aggressive play here from Calm. Even without a ton of economy, he's still making the most of this Muta force and doing a lot to keep Mind in check. Mind hasn't been able to move out, hasn't been able to put any pressure on Calm. Calm now is putting down a third base, so he isn't doing any sort of decisive economic damage, but he is taking advantage of the fact that Mind has to focus on defense at the moment, and he's going to even up the score economically a little bit. Now there's a big force of Goliaths out though, so he's going to have to fall back at least for the moment. Muta's charging in to try to, they pick off one Goliath, but I think that's at too high a cost, taking lots of Terran boosted missiles there.